They don't have any skills in dealing with these kinds of escalation. And there was no escalation. Carlos was basically interviewing an eyewitness. And because they didn't want Carlos to see the camera to capture what was going on, because they decided that Carlos doesn't have a right to report, that the people there don't have a right to know what the military was doing. And that is why the soldier typically started beating on the civilian for doing absolutely nothing. Look at that. It's sad. And when you say it, they think you are exposing something that the military is doing. What they are doing is on camera. Everybody is seeing it. So why can't we talk about it? I'm not a coward. I'm not afraid of anybody. Nobody can suppress my freedom of speech. Nobody. I will not allow it. So what we are seeing is that in terms of the deployment in Boko, perfectly allowed by the Establishment Act of the Ghana Armed Forces, allowed by the Constitution of Ghana, Article 210 Clause 3, and Emergency Powers Act, Article 31, and of the Constitution, as well as the Emergency Powers Act, allows the Commander-in-Chief to deploy the military when he deems it's necessary. And that's exactly what President Mahama has done. But the moment some of us civilians start talking, we become already enemies. Why? Are we not taxpayers? Are we not citizens of this country? Look at that. Every time I see that side, it just, my head, something goes wrong in my head. It's so wrong for a soldier to start beating on a civilian simply because he's an eyewitness to a demolition exercise. The government of Ghana, even under the doctrine of a domain, eminent domain, has the right to decide that we're going to construct a road through your house, and therefore we're taking over that house. If you build a house in a place where you are not supposed to, like the Ramsar site, the government of Ghana has the right to demolish. I am a disaster management specialist, probably the only one with a PhD in Ghana. I'm not boasting, I'm just telling it as it is. So the government has done no wrong to send the team to go and demolish properties that were built in the waterways in order to avoid flooding, in order to enrich the ecosystem so that all of us can reduce our carbon footprint. That's what the government is trying to do. But for the soldier, I'm sure this was not what his commanding officer told him to go and do. That shows that they are not well trained, because if they were, he wouldn't go and do that.